Hello, it's Elizabeth.
Sorry, who's on?
This is Elizabeth Toops from JDS.
Oh, okay. I think we're all just waiting for the open session
Okay.
To proceed.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay,
I'll
thank you.
hold.
Okay.
Okay.
I moved the agenda.
Move the agenda, it's seconded by, yeah,
I apologize, I think Chief Taylor couldn't hear us, this is muted.
okay.
I can hear now.
Okay.
Now we
All right, thanks, Mike.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. I
Mike?
can hear.
All right.
Yeah, I can hear fine.
All right, great. Secretary Ashe, call for the vote.
Director Dr. Michael Taylor,
Yes.
Director Greg Young,
Yes.
Director Dr. Clifford Young,
Yes.
Vice President Carl Crowder,
Yes.
and President Channing Potter.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Faruqi, public participation?
Under the State of California Brown Act, the Board of Directors is prohibited from discussing or taking action on any item not listed on the posted agenda. In an effort to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in accordance with the Governor's Executive Order and the Order of the County of San Bernardino dated March 17, 2020, there will be no public location for attending this board meeting in person. Members of the public may listen and provide public comment via telephone by calling the following number and access code. Dial 888-475-4499. Access code is 807-977-6383, or you may join the meeting using Zoom. Public may also comment. They can submit via email to the Public Affairs Manager, Nasim Faruqi, at FAROOQI@wbwd.org. Also, there's a webinar available on our website.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Faruqi.
Good evening, President Hawkins, members of the board, and members of the public. We're here tonight for a special board meeting. This is the time for public comment. If you are online on Zoom and you have a public comment, please go ahead and unmute yourself. This would be the time. Again, I'll provide one more opportunity. If you have a public comment, please, this is the time for public comment. Please go ahead and unmute yourself. Okay, we do have a public comment that was submitted via email. Honorable President and board members, my name is Thomas Miller. Thank you for allowing me this time to talk to you. I just found out that the lawsuit filed by Clifford Young against Robert Sequoia, Mark Taylor, and Kyle Crawford was dismissed at the very beginning of the lawsuit because it was a nonsense lawsuit from the beginning. This entire lawsuit filed by Clifford Young that he made the ratepayers pay for was a waste of time and a waste of ratepayers' money. Everyone knows that Clifford Young filed a lawsuit for political purposes because he was fired as president by Mike Taylor, Kyle Crawford, and Donald Winter. He did a terrible job as president, and so they fired him. He got mad and filed a lawsuit against Taylor and Crawford shortly after they fired him as president of the board. How much did the district have to pay lawyers for this political lawsuit filed by Clifford Young? The district had to pay Leal and Trejo, correct? Right? I understand that the district paid over $100,000 in attorney's fees because of the political lawsuit filed by Young. Why didn't he have to pay for his own lawsuit? He filed it for his own personal benefit and to try to get back his perceived enemies. Can the district ask Clifford Young to pay back the fees that the district paid on this frivolous, obviously meritless lawsuit? I would like an answer to that question. Can the district make Clifford Young pay back the $100,000 plus in legal fees the district had to pay because he filed a lawsuit on behalf of the district without ever asking the district? The district never asked him to file that political lawsuit. Also, didn't the district have to hire lawyers for Taylor and Crawford? Can the district make Clifford Young pay back those fees as well? And this, Clifford Young has made the district pay almost $1 million in settlements to settle cases against him. The district had to settle the lawsuit filed by Litchfield against Clifford Young. Suzanne Cook sued Clifford Young, and the district had to settle the case too because of the wrongdoing by Clifford Young. The same is true for Marie Ritchie. She sued Clifford Young, and the district had to settle. And the same for Karen Rose and the long list of other good employees this man ran out of the district. How many millions must the district pay for this bad man, Clifford Young? He does not care about the district when he is up for re-election. The ratepayers also voted that man out before he bankrupts the district. Clifford Young is a disaster for a board member. He does not care about the district. He only cares about himself. Please get the ratepayers' money back by going after this Clifford Young for the money he has caused the district to pay for. He needs to repay every penny the district had to pay for his lawsuit. Thank you, Thomas Miller.
All right, with that being said, I have a brief, are there any other public comments?
No, that concludes public comment.
Okay, with that being said, I do want to give a brief statement regarding tonight's meeting. Thank you all for taking the time to attend or tune in to our meeting tonight. First up, I'd like to thank our board vice president, Kyle Crawford, and the rest of the board, my board colleagues, for their support and hard work over the course of the last year. Since the beginning of this administration, our board wanted to focus on three major issues for the ratepayers in the water district: transparency, accountability, and local jobs. Today's meeting and agenda items are really a culmination of our work in all three. It is also a testament to the hard work and collaboration of all our board members. So with that being said, I'd like to thank my fellow board members for the work over the past few months. Since the beginning, our managers have also been working around the clock to improve our organization. Thanks to their hard work tonight, we will make significant steps to reform our water district. In addition to our managers, I'd like to thank all of the West Valley staff. Their hard work and commitment does not go unnoticed. Our reform plan identifies and bolsters our commitment to transparency, accountability, and sustainability. Last month, we had an opportunity to publicly discuss the reform plan and identify areas where we could strengthen it as a unified board. Tonight, we will receive a presentation on paths we can take as a regional leader to ensure that we have a well-equipped workforce in our industry. The Inland Empire Water Career Pathway Program will protect our industry and strengthen our workforce by creating good-paying jobs via apprenticeships. With high unemployment in our community, this is a critical step we can take to make sure residents in our service area are well qualified to fill vacancies as our industry grows and we begin to see the wave of retirements we are anticipating over the next few years. I would personally like to thank Vice President Crowther, as well as Mike Taylor, and Greg Young for their efforts and work on putting all of these reforms together and making sure that we're strong as an agency. To my colleagues, I ask you to join me in our commitment to becoming an organization our ratepayers deserve. Our ratepayers deserve a cohesive board committed to increasing transparency, accountability, and local job creation. Thank you for the time to make that statement. With that being said, we have we adopted the agenda presentation. All right, Mr. Mambaugh.
Good evening, board, public, staff. Welcome to West Valley Water District and Inland Empire Water Career Pathways Program. This program is designed to have accountability in mind, to be transparent, to be sustainable, and to support local jobs in the water industry. We are at a point where we're experiencing loss of expertise, loss of seasoned employees because of retirement, and that's from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. I'm not going to read the slides because it's just, it's boring.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ad-lib and provide you guys with a pretty complete summary, and if you have any questions later on, please feel free to ask. So that's a little background on why we are taking an aggressive action to implement and recommend this program. San Bernardino region is really facing an economic crisis driven by the pandemic and the shortage of water and wastewater utilities workers in the future. So to be proactive, we are going to create a transparent and accountable program that helps us to fill and prepare for these future vacancies. Why do we need apprenticeships? And this one I'll definitely go through. A silver tide of retirement is drastically cutting into the pool of skilled, qualified workers in many utilities, resulting in staffing vacancies of up to 50%. Collectively, the water workforce fills about 212 different occupations, from positions in the skilled trades like electricians, technicians, financial folks like myself, administrative and management positions that are found everywhere, from big metropolitan markets to smaller rural areas. There's a lack of diversity in the water workforce, with the industry surveys finding women underrepresented, and more than 72% of workers in the water utilities are white. Utilities are positioned and as an anchor institution in many regions, with nearly 52,000 water systems spread across the country. In 2016, nearly 1.7 million workers were directly involved in designing, constructing, operating, and governing of U.S. water infrastructure spanning a variety of industries and regions. And These statistics were sourced from the source that's listed down at the bottom. It's a little too tiny for me to see, so I did not make this up. It's facts out there. Next slide, please. The options we have here before us is to either do a program on our own, meaning just West Valley Water District, work with other agencies or another agency, such as maybe Western Municipal or another water agency, replicate a program with a reputable partner. Those are the three choices. If we decide to do it on our own, we're going to have to spend about $114,000 annually for a director. We'll have to spend about $112,000 annually for a project manager. We will also need a grant writer at about $101,000, and then some accounting support. Notice the accountants are the cheapest, $25,000. So you better hire a whole lot of them. So we're looking here, $1, 2, 3, about $360,000 per year if we were to do this on our own. Next slide, please. Option 2, if we want to work with another agency, we have to be an employer-driven. We have to learn why we earn. We have to model the companies on the job training who provide employer that hires. It's a whole lot of involvement, and the agencies have to be aligned in their thought process and their vision for this program. Option number 3, which is to replicate a program with a reputable partner. And before I proceed here, on the joining this meeting tonight, we have Elizabeth Troops, who is the Director of Utilities Programs at JVS, Jewish Vocational Services, and Michael Kushner, who is a manager with Bayworks and JVS. And the two of them will also chime in a little later to talk about their experiences with their respective agencies that we are currently trying to replicate. The advantages, just some background on Bayworks. Bayworks is a collaboration of about 40 water and wastewater agencies in the Bay Area, which addresses workforce development and reliability challenges with a regional approach. In 2016, they collaborated with the Jewish Vocational Services, JVS, to reassess industry needs and training programs. They chose JVS for the organization's core strategy, which identifies opportunity to train people for good career path looking ahead. WVWD program could expand JVS regional Bay Area training program to Inland Empire and support a successful training strategy and a new pipeline for talent here in the Inland Empire. Why did we choose JVS? With 40 years of experience, JVS knows how to help people find a good job, paying a good wage in a really good industry. The programs are focused on industries that are hiring and can offer career paths, such as trade, healthcare, financial services, and technology. They've developed a career pathway program in partnership with employers to connect people to in-demand skills with paid work experience and a robust job experience and skills that will provide for them for their entire careers. Since 1973, JVS has helped more than 85,000 in their area to build skills and find jobs. 75% of working graduates earn at least $40. $32 is the average hourly wage for adults which is a 10% increase from the prior year. 23,000 Bay Area residents with JBS, turned to JBS to help with job search in a one-year period. And in that number, there were 726 youths. So with that background, we are proposing a timeline for this program, and through the October-December 2020 period, which is where we're at right now, there will be some recruitment. We're going to build collaboration. I can't say that word because of my accent.
Consortium.
There you go.
Consortium.
Somebody else said it.
There you go.
Thank you. January to June 2021, we anticipate hiring staff, develop training models, launch the summer internship program, launch the outreach and awareness events. From July to December 2021, we're going to launch the apprenticeship program and other job training, establish and implement the joint apprenticeship community. From January to June of 2022, we will evaluate the models that are in place, and we will do some reporting. In July to December 2022, we'll assess and implement the replication. January to June 2023, we will expand the apprenticeship and provide some additional reporting. And then July to December 2023, we will evaluate the entire project and prepare some reporting, and also, try to continue the project or the program. In totality, the program is anticipated to serve 170 participants, students, apprentices, and of those, we're looking at 116 that will be placed and hired for employment. And those are, again, among partners or other agencies. They're not all West Valley, just to take a little note there. Our next step is before you tonight. There's a MOU with JBS that we would like your consideration. Secure funding, establishing work groups, secure partners, and then identify project staff to move this project forward. With that, I am here with Michael and Elizabeth to take any questions. Michael or Elizabeth, is there anything that you would like to add before we open it up to questions? I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Yeah,
There you go.
this is Michael, and the thing I would add is just to reemphasize the importance of taking a regional approach and working with other utilities in your area. It's been very successful for us in the Bay Area, and we're certainly able to do things none of our utilities could do alone.
And this is Elizabeth Toops, and I would just suggest that from JBS's perspective, this work is important to us because it's not only supporting the workforce needs of critical public utilities in the Inland Empire, but it's also connecting people from diverse and underrepresented communities with really high quality jobs that they wouldn't ordinarily be able to obtain were it not for programs that help prepare them for the earn and learn training opportunities.
All right, thank you very much. A few more things I would like to add is the opportunities for job creation with this program. The opportunity to introduce folks that don't have the tools that are necessary to join the industry, open up a new industry to folks that really never thought that this existed. And just provide the strength, the tools, the foundation for future water utility workers. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for the presentation. In regard to the program, who does it target? Is it target community college, high school, folks, outside in the community?
It targets community members,
Mm-hmm.
High school up to the college level.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone that shows an interest or expresses an interest that would like to participate, we would welcome them into the program.
Mm-hmm.
Was that correct here, Michael or Elizabeth?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're really targeting workers from historically underrepresented and disadvantaged communities, such as women, Black, Latinx, and other communities. And also, it's important to understand that a lot of times people that we would like to apply for jobs from more diverse communities don't know about those jobs. So one of the things that that we would also like to focus on is career awareness. And so that's why our work with high school programs, as well as community college, targeting community college students who are interested in working in the trades, but may not know that those jobs and the trades are also available at their local water and wastewater agency.
Evening, board members, Assistant Machine for the Public Affairs Manager. I just wanted to add a little bit more to it. In regards to who will be open and available to participating in this program, it's individuals here that live right here in our community. Individuals that live in Fontana, in Bloomington, in Rialto, in Colton, even in our southern end of Peruga Valley. It's for folks that have an opportunity in high school age right now, and as they prepare to contemplate what they're going to do for a career, if they're going to go to college, university, that they know that there is actually an opportunity right here in our local communities so that we can fill these positions or also good paying jobs. And then also close the gap in terms of race, and making sure we have more women in the workforce, more Hispanics in the workforce, Asians and African Americans, and making sure that we provide an opportunity to all and giving them a pathway really to building a career right here in our local community where they live, and overall it will improve the quality of life of our neighborhoods.
And I know with the Valley College being a partner with us on what we were planning on doing here, I know Dr. Rodriguez, the president over there, said with their water program they don't have a formal apprenticeship connection in a program. Can you talk more about what our program would do for even working with a partner like Valley College?
Yeah, and actually one of the things that we're looking at and contemplating and bringing this to the board was other agencies that actually have an apprenticeship program. And around here in our area, there aren't any programs. So building this with San Bernardino College, we're looking at expanding this to a regional approach. So it's, for example, up in Northern California, it's day work. One of the things that we're looking at here is building IE work, if you will. And it's a collaboration of different water agencies that we'll get together and build this program here. And we're looking at JBS and they work to assisting us in laying out the foundation. That's really what their role is, the foundation, and building what they built up there down here for us so that we can go ahead and start thriving in terms of career development. when it comes to local apprenticeships that we looked at, one of the agencies that does offer it is Metropolitan Water. However, Metropolitan Water, as you're all aware, a lot of funding stays in Los Angeles. And our water district, in terms of IDUA, we only cover a minimal area. But San Bernardino Valley College, San Bernardino Valley College, in partnership with San Bernardino Valley Municipal Water and other agencies, we're very confident that we can go ahead and build something similar to this, and within a few years have a number of hundreds of jobs is really the goal that we'll be able to fill as this retirement wave begins to impact us. As you are all aware, we had one of our chief treatment plant operators just retired less than a month ago, and just before that, we had another individual retire, and then we have another individual retiring tomorrow. So we're experiencing that wave of retirements right now. So we need to begin preparing for that for the future as we begin to see additional retirements, and making sure that we can fill those positions with, one, those that can promote from within, but at the same time, the entry-level jobs, giving opportunity for people that are going to community college and also people in high schools. We have a lot of folks that go to college and they do go into debt and not realizing that there is a career in water. And it's one that I know all of our employees take great pride in, and something that we can go ahead and teach to local students.
Okay. And then I guess the big one, the money. Where's all this coming from?
That is a phenomenal question. Where is all this money coming from? I don't know, Shamika, do you want to speak to that, or do you want? You're the money man. No. We are anticipating grant funding for these programs. Can't really elaborate a whole lot on it because there are certain restrictions before a decision is made, but that's our goal. And when that happens, we will inform the board of the action. Sure. We have brought this to committee on a number of times and informed our committees, our appropriate committees of different applications in partnership with JBS that we went ahead and submitted for. It's just about $2 million, just under $2 million that we've applied for. One is with the HRTP state program. The other is with the federal U.S. Department of Education program. So combined, it's just under $2 million that, we're definitely keeping our fingers crossed. We submitted JBS on our behalf submitted a very well-prepared grant application with, that supports funding, really. And when it comes down to it, it's in the applications, the Inland Empire was sought out to be one of the main areas that funding was being allocated towards. And it was for this specific reason. So we are actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Elizabeth and Michael, but we're the only applicant in the Inland Empire that submitted for funding at the federal and the state level for this type of program.
I'm not sure about the state level, but for the federal proposal, that yes, our application was the only proposal for work to be done in the Inland Empire, and then other areas of the state were also included in that proposal. But our water and workforce project was the only one for the Inland Empire.
And just to close with, our federal and our state agencies recognize the need for this, and this is why we're together having a collaborative effort, and with the blessing of with approval of the board, to start working to solidify this and doing our part to, one, make this come to fruition, two, begin implementing the foundation of this project, and three is creating jobs and having the well-trained workforce to fill these positions that are necessary as we begin to experience these retirements and also as the industry continues to grow.
All right, thank you. Well, no, any questions, or what do we? We don't have any questions, then. All right, okay.
So we're looking for a motion on the resolution?
The resolution, yes, the resolution / presentation.
I'll make the motion that we adopt the resolution.
I'll second.
All right,
If I could just make a quick comment.
yes, please.
Yeah, I just want to thank staff, and I want to thank our guests for being here tonight. It was a wonderful presentation, and, you know, this is something which I've been wanting to see for some time, and I know that I met with President Hawkins when he first came on board, and this was one of the things we talked about, and so I do want to thank you, President Hawkins, for your leadership on this. I know that this has been something you've been really, really passionate about, and I want to thank the rest of the board, too, because, again, I think this is something we've all seen coming down the road, and we want to see some improvement. We've heard from many of our constituents. I know I have, as far as the need for job opportunities here for local kids especially. And I realize that, you know, this is just the first step. There's going to be a lot of work down the road on something as big as this, but I'm glad to see that we're, you know, bringing it forward. And I look forward to seeing the future of this opportunity, because I think it's something we can all be very, very proud of, and to really open some doors for a lot of people in our community. So I just want to thank everyone for your efforts on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Not, Secretary Ashley, call for the vote.
Director Dr. Michael Taylor,
Yes.
Director Greg Young,
Yes.
Director Dr. Clifford Young,
Yes.
Vice President Kyle Crowder,
Yes.
and President Channing Hopkins.
Yes. Okay. Now, thank you. Moving on to the, a little bit out of order, but-
Can we take up item number 2?
That's what I was going to say. It's out of order. Number 2, item number 2, we have a motion.
Yes.
Okay.
I move item number 2.
Mhm.
I'll second.
All right. If there's no discussion, we'll call for the vote.
Director Dr. Michael Taylor,
Yes.
Director Greg Young,
Yes.
Director Dr. Clifford Young,
Yes.
Vice President Kyle Crowder,
Yes.
and President Channing Hopkins.
Yes. Okay. Then finally, well, not finally, but number 1, item number 1, which is resolution number 2020-18, our reform plan.
President Hawkins, I apologize, but just want to let JBS and Baylor, Michael, and Elizabeth know that appreciate you being on here, and your items have been concluded now.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Mr. President, I also want to commend our legal counsel for negotiating such a good agreement with them.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Floyd. We ready to move? Mhm.
On item number 1, are we including the director's policy and procedures manuals as part of this reform?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. So, Mr. President, I move item number 1.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Then seconded, Secretary Ashley, call for the vote.
Director Dr. Michael Taylor,
Yes.
Director Greg Young,
Yes.
Director Dr. Clifford Young,
Yes.
Vice President Kyle Crowder,
Yes.
and President Channing Hopkins.
Yes. As you all may have recognized from the beginning of the meeting, the listing of the district facilities will be brought back at our next meeting. However, with that being said, do we have anything to report out of closed session?
Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, we did. The board considered multiple items in closed session. One final action was taken, and that is regarding the case of Kenny Hernandez. v. West Valley Water District. That case was settled based on a recommendation by the mediator, which the district accepted. The mediator's recommendation was $250,000. That was passed on this vote, 4-1. Vice President Crowther, yes. Director Greg Young, yes. Director Dr. Clifford Young, yes. President Channing Hawkins, yes. Director Dr. Micah Taylor, no. That concludes my report.
All right, without anything else, any final comments from the directors? If no final comments, then we call the meeting to adjourn.